Hello and welcome to the 34th episode of the 30s Comedy Podcast. My name is Clint.
Uncle Marcus.
Hi, Marcus.
What's going on, Clint?
We got producer Caesar.
Hi.
And we have a very special guest today. We have filmmaker, writer, director, Kellen Gibbs, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Thanks,
Oh my
guys.
gosh.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Welcome to the show. What's going on, Kellen? What's
Not
happening?
much. It's been a early morning, a good drive.
Early morning? Yeah, this
it
is
is
the morning.
morning. Yeah.
30s morning.
But yes, we
How
are
do we
doing
feel?
a morning podcast today. Like normally we do like evening, or we've done late night a few times. This is the first morning episode, so we'll see how the energy goes for this one.
I know. I feel like I have to be a mix of like Ryan Seacrest meets Howard Stern.
Yeah.
Like, well, what are we really going to talk about at 6 a.m.?
Yeah. It's not that
Does
early.
he plan?
Thank
Oh,
God.
hell no.
No.
I would not do
But I'm
that.
drinking coffee today instead of the usual
Coffee. We have Zoa Energy.
Alcohol.
alcohol. Okay, thank you.
Who has alcohol?
So yeah, Clint, or you introduced our guests.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys know each other?
So we have a mutual friend, my
Totally.
friend Kevin,
Yeah.
who was my lead at Warner Brothers when I was a tour guide.
Okay.
Kevin's off to bigger and better things now. He's doing a lot of stuff.
What's he doing now?
I think he works for Imagine. So Kevin, I should introduce him. He's used to be my roommate, and that's how we met because they were working together, and we went in a couple parties, just get-togethers and stuff. He's doing big things. He worked at HBO Max, I believe, or Warner Horizon for a while.
because a lot of people at the tour, they went to like TV production assistant jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
Totally.
Keep that up until they just cancel all the HBO Max shows.
I know.
God damn it. What?
Oof. But yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, cool. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
I'm a writer-director. I'm here kind of talking about my feature that I did, but I've been writing and directing for a long time. And this would be my debut feature. I'm really excited. We worked on it during COVID, and it's like it's been a while since like the actual production of it. So it's like finally getting out into the world, and we're starting to be able to see people's reactions to it, and that's always really fun.
You'd see the finished product after. So it's already 2023. That's 3
When it
years.
is-
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
it's
did
been
you
a while.
stop production?
We started November 2020 into 2021, and then we finished editing the beginning of last year, but we kind of held off until we were able to get into festivals and stuff like that. So this is kind of the start of the festival run for us.
Nice.
So yeah,
Snap.
it'll be good.
That's cool.
Man, because I watched your films.
Okay.
So you've this is your first feature. You did all shorts before.
So technically yes, like in the market, yes. I did
Yeah.
a feature when I was in high school. It was really bad. Never watch it. Please
Are you
don't
sure?
watch
Wait,
it.
what's it called?
It's
Everybody Google it real quick.
We'll put a link to it.
it doesn't actually. I never did a feature.
It's fine. The first episodes of this show, unwatchable.
Watch
I
it.
get it. I get it.
Nope.
Sorry, go on.
No, it was when I started like filmmaking when I was like 11.
I saw the IMDb.
Oh, you saw it?
How do you make your IMDb? Did you get someone else?
that's fancy.
So on your IMDb it said you grew up in the Monterey Bay area.
Yes,
So
I
it's
did.
more Central Cal,
Yes.
not quite NorCal.
Getting there, but
So I can't quite judge you as a NorCalian.
Yeah, exactly.
And it said that your one of your first ones was when you were 9 years old, and it was at the Lego stop motion movie.
Yeah.
So I have so many questions. What figures did you use?
It was like I think it was like a little Harry Potter figure
Harry
that
Potter
I had.
ones? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I was
cool.
really into Harry Potter. I asked my parents for like a camera.
Yeah.
There's this commercial, this thing called a digital blue.
Yes,
Yeah.
Digital Blue.
Do you remember this?
Oh
Yes,
my God! Ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding.
It
I was
it
gonna say
awesome,
because like during Christmas, the Christmas episode, we were talking about different gifts we've been given, and like Digital Blue was a big one for me. But you know what I did? I think I did because are you 31 or 30?
29.
You're 29. You're yeah.
Yeah,
So
I was
when-
gonna bring this up.
Oh wait, oh wait.
I don't know.
Because I know
Am
that we
allowed?
connect on this because you're an Aries brother.
Yeah, I am.
When's your birthday?
March 31st.
March 31st, April 5th. Here we go. Welcome to the Aries podcast. We've taken over
Changed
the
it.
fire energy.
That's awesome.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm Digital Blue because
Yeah.
that was one that was really cool because it filmed enough, and then I guess you could do stop motion. But how does a 9-year-old have the patience to do stop motion?
So I like playing with Legos, and I wanted to see him walk. And that was the thing. It was like, let's make it walk across the screen, and I did that, and then I think at one point I recreated like the Phantom Menace Star Wars lightsaber battle.
Hell yeah.
It was cool. It was like, because my dad worked in radio, so we took all the sound stuff and we took the sound from Phantom Menace and just matched it to it. Now people do it on their like iPhones now, and I get really mad because it took so much effort back then. But it was like, I don't get mad. I think it's really cool. But like, it was a good start. And then I like got my friends together and said, I want to make a movie. And let's just go out and kids running around in capes doing Harry Potter stuff at like different schools and forests and stuff.
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have 3 other siblings. Yeah.
Oh, I have 3 siblings.
Whoa,
Aries brother had 3 siblings.
Are they older or younger?
I'm the youngest.
You're the youngest? Okay, that's the difference.
You're the oldest? Yeah.
That's crazy, because I would have had my brothers be in the films with me.
Oh, yeah.
So I would have had them act out Star Wars. I think we did Spaceballs, and that was back when I was 11 and I didn't understand the jokes.
Yeah.
So I would be like, your Schwartz is as big as mine, and my mom would be like, stop that! Quit it! That's so cool. I miss Digital Blue. So do you feel like you would play with toys and that would kind of like give you that feel you'd use later in directing?
Kind of. I mean, it starts the imagination, right? Like that. It's like, what are these toys doing? I can't get too prolific with this because it's really not. It's just like playing with toys. You have this imagination going of stories and stuff, and it was always going to go bigger than that. It was the toys were just a tool to like understand a camera and how to put together like more of like the spectacle type stuff, like put something on screen and make it move or make it do something fun. And then I realized like quickly after, I want to get my friends together. I want to start making stuff. And the first thing was making like fan films. So I started out with like fan films. It's like, it's an audience. You're the audience of that. It's kind of like what they do now with sequels and whatnot. Everyone's making a fan film nowadays, basically.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So that's, they kind of inspired it. And then I did that for years. And then my feature was a fan film. That's why you probably never see it. It was good for what it was. We did some very cool stuff, but then I moved into original stuff once I got out of high school. And started kind of creating my own voice, and then got into some film festivals. I created a web series that was 2 seasons long. It was a zombie series, and that was like the first time I was like, oh, I'm going to write my own original stuff. And heavily inspired by The Walking Dead, of course, during the time. And then started doing my own stuff, did a short, got into film school, and that short started going around to film festivals, and then film school taught me how to like actually do it. And then my thesis for that just kind of blew up a little bit more than I think everyone was expecting it to, and it did really well on the festival circuit. And then from there, I was like, oh, I can actually do this. Like, I could be a filmmaker,
that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And now here we are, a couple years later. Nice. A lot years later, almost 10 years later.
It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
So, because you went to New York Film Academy.
I did, yeah.
But in Burbank.
Yeah, it's confusing.
I always was confused.
That was the thing that I was supposed to do last week.
Yeah.
It was that content creator class was...
At New York Film Academy?
Yeah, it was from them, and I was like, what the fuck, it's in Burbank.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That was... When I found out, I was like, this is like New York Academy.
Yeah, and they're good too. Like they're trade school. So you go there and we were kind of talking about this before, like you get equipment and they have a lot of really expensive equipment. That was kind of the pull towards that. And they do have really good teachers. Like my mentor was my teacher from there, and you can learn stuff, especially if you apply yourself there. But the biggest thing is like having the tools and being able to apply yourself, and they had the tools and they don't have ownership over the films that you have, which is very cool. A lot of film schools do that. I owned the shorts I had coming out of there. I also, had to pay the money to make them, but as everyone does. So that was nice. So I could kind of do what I want to with it. And I had a great experience at New York Film Academy.
Yeah. So was it the first one you did there? Was that the moment I was alone?
That was my thesis.
That was your thesis one?
Yeah, that was what I exit.
Wow. Because watching that, you do have such a specific voice. It's very like M. Night meets like kind of Nolan. Like, do you feel like that's like what it is?
People call me Kellen for Nolan.
Kellen for Nolan.
Yeah.
Kellen for Nolan. Yeah.
I love Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
I get so, and I will not talk too much about this because every time I come on a podcast, they talk about Christopher Nolan, and I'm like, I'm not Christopher Nolan. I'm Kellen.
No, because like even when I'm like describing it that way, I'm still like, well, no, he's not.
Yeah.
Because he's not taking like 30 minutes to explain why everyone's frozen in time. Because that's what Nolan does. He's like, well, we're all asleep, but then we're not asleep, but then we're asleep. Watch the spinning top. Is it spinning?
Yeah.
It means we're awake. Let's keep moving.
The psychological stuff. Yeah.
But I liked it because, so did that film at Warner Brothers?
No, actually, it filmed at Manhattan Beach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we drove all the way out there because we got like just a great deal on the lot. We were trying to figure out, were you able to watch it at all, or was it just you, Clinton, that got to watch it? Did you watch anything?
I haven't watched it.
You haven't watched anything? No. You didn't do your research?
I didn't do it.
Man.
I plan to do it today.
Yeah, it's good. Hey, now you're excited for it. No,
these both know I have very busy schedules.
Yeah,
so
of course. I just like the message.
It's fine. Well, after hearing, I didn't know like Nolan mixed with Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Like that's a really unique way to put like somebody's spit. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's very drama driven.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, because
not many jokes.
Yeah. So you're saying, like, when you were just explaining Nolan about whatever you just said, whenever I think of Nolan, I just think of spectacle, like
totally,
shot like big shots of things, like, and Chicago, obviously.
Sure.
But I just think like spectacle, and think that mixed with M. Night Shyamalan, where you don't know what the hell you're gonna get until it's over. It's like that's actually a really interesting styles
people
together. Yeah.
I've never had Shyamalan be. They say really? Spielberg
because I think I've also been watching his older stuff like Sixth Sense more recently.
Yeah.
And like everything before like Last Airbender. Was really good.
It was
and
great.
Then like Lassie comes back because it's like, oh, he did the voice thing again.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes it's better to keep doing what your voice says.
Totally.
Because then once you do something different, everyone's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. I saw him in I went to a screening of, what was the one before Glass?
Split.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I saw him and he was there. It was like a AFI screening and he was talking about how he had to go back to form and he like brought down his budgets and was like, I need to focus on like the stuff that I was doing before. And that was, that was really cool, kind of humbling to see someone of that scale talk about that, like just getting back to the craft of filmmaking and stuff. Yeah.
He kind of, I think he suffered a little bit because he just got like this reputation kind of thrown on him.
Totally.
Where I think I'm remembering this right, but they kind of compared him to Spielberg. They would do that.
They did.
Back then.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, he's not Spielberg.
No.
So if you have people telling you that all the time, like that's probably why he did the Avatar movie. That's like a big budget, blockbuster movie, and then it tanked. But he was just like, fuck this. I got to just go back to me, and then Split. I didn't see what was the one after that?
Glass.
Glass. Yeah, I didn't see Glass.
Glass was pretty good.
I liked Split.
Yeah. Unbreakable is great. So I love that movie.
Yeah, and then I really liked Devil, but I don't think did he direct Devil?
Or I don't know if he produced it or if he directed.
He was involved in it somewhere, but I was like, this is a pretty good movie too.
Yeah,
and they put on that like. I guess if what they direct or not, but it's like M. Night Shyamalan. It was like his name is on it.
Of course, yeah. So you got to market it.
Yeah. It's actually a pretty good movie. Sure. It was after Avatar, so yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. He's great. Yeah. I like his. You could probably talk to my cinematographer, and I reference him a lot for like some of the stuff that we do. Just his cinematic style is unique, and I don't think you see it nowadays like that. He does a lot of like oneers and a lot of like very precise shots, which nowadays you get a lot of like run and gun, like on the shoulder, quick cuts, kind of TV coverage, So I like that, like very specific. This is what I want to say. This is how I want to shoot it. I've always wanted to be one of those types of filmmakers, because then you have a voice and the other thing is good for certain types of films, but yeah, I that was a long rant about M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh no, that's great. Because I think like normal people or like the audience, they don't understand how much the cinematographer really does.
Yeah.
And did you meet yours in film school?
I met mine. I didn't meet him in film school because he was out of film school, but I met him while I was in there. He was he had like worked with one of my teachers on stuff, and he was looking to do more projects. And I've worked with him ever since. Like it was my first big film in film school. I got to know him, and I was like, it just clicked, like it's and you get this shorthand, so it becomes easy. Like if you have a certain shot you want, you don't have to go into like a 12-minute explanation. It's like I just want this, and he'll know exactly how to do it, and I can just let him do his lighting stuff because he understands what I want out of him, which is great. Yeah,
it's so romantic.
It is. Yeah. Marty's awesome. Yeah, I love that. Mm-hmm.
In the moment I was alone, how is it directing a child?
I like directing kids. It's like the most. I don't know. It's the most pure form of like acting. You're just watching kids be like themselves. Yeah. It's like how do I navigate that to put something on screen?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And even in Tomorrow, it starts with a young girl that it basically is like a similar story to The Moment I Was Alone, and it goes very differently as it continues on. But it's one of those like drama fantasies. And I enjoy working with kids, and I think there's kind of like an in with audiences when you get kids and stories, especially when you're doing that dramatic pull. The simplest things could be the most dramatic things, like with The Moment I Was Alone, it's just like walking with your mom is like so dramatic, where it's like normal person's just, oh, you're walking in the street, which is cool, that kind of perspective that you have with kids, and it's just fun. It just makes sets more fun, honestly. I go out and I throw the football with Tessa at the time. We would go out and like throw footballs and like play around, and so there's some levity to the seriousness of what you're putting on screen.
Because they don't know like what's going on behind the scenes they don't know anything about deadlines. They don't know anything about like, well, you have to get this today. I'm just here to have fun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, we are here to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like a reminder. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, we do enjoy this. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a good point, because like if everyone was frozen and it was just me as a 30-year-old, I'd be like kind of okay with it. But if I was 8, I'd be freaked out.
Totally.
So I totally get that. Dang. So like when you get these ideas for your movies, what do you like? Like does it just come out of nowhere, or do you sit down and you're like, I need to come up with something. I need to do this.
It really depends. Like some ideas have been like lingering for years. That one had been something before I had gotten to film school. I just had the idea for it, and I thought it would be like a cool story trope, which it's been done before. So it's like, what do you take this and how that? I think a lot of my stories as of now are stuff that has been done in various ways before, but it's the way in which the story is taken, which makes it. And I tend to do like I say this a lot, existential journeys, or like, what is the meaning of this, and don't really describe the event as much, like you were saying with Nolan, where he describes it, but mine is like it just happens, and then how they react to that is the interesting thing for me. So that for that one was done because I had the idea for a long time, and Tomorrow just kind of hit me, and I was like, oh, I could tell this as a feature. I can do this, like that's a lot of, at this early stage, is like, what is possible with what you have at your disposal, and like the even though it's 56 actors with 19 of them playing the same character is not really the easiest thing.
Yes, because in Tomorrow, a little girl, she wakes up and she's in a new body every day.
Yeah.
Every day. So 50, how much is it?
56 actors.
56 people playing this girl?
Just actors.
Well, actors.
19 of them played her, and there's probably there's like a spoiler, there's a bit of a montage in there, so you see a lot of people. So that was and in the peak of COVID too. Yeah. So that was really stupid to do on my part. Yeah. But yeah, going back to your thing, ideas, it really depends. It depends, but you kind of just go with whatever is being thrown at you.
Yeah. So you knew, oh, I can make a feature out of this. So then what is the next step, even like to just try to get it made?
So there's different ways. Like when you're trying to do something and get like, obviously money is a big thing. You have to get like financing for what you're doing. But I found like just getting the wheels turning gets people more interested, and it seems to get things happening a lot. So like we sat down and I got with the casting director for one of my other films too, and she's also a great actress, but she came in and we started saying, okay, we have all these actors, who can we get for this? And we knew we weren't going to get anyone crazy. We were going to just find the talent pool of the people that we knew, and then do some castings for the people that we didn't. So we started with cast because that was our biggest hurdle. And then we started pulling together a team of the people that we had. And, this is, before financing comes through. So you're just kind of working pro bono and like just trying to get things done before you're able to pay people and just say, no, we'll get the money, but let's just start this rolling. And it seems to have helped. I had so much of a hard time after film school of like getting financing for my films, and we were trying to go for like $1-2 million features and even on an IP that was based on a book. We're doing a movie called The Freezing Season that was based on a book that I got the rights to. Still was almost impossible to get the financing for that, and you don't want to do that bad, that one has to have like a substantial budget. So that was when I went, okay, I need to just start doing stuff like I've done with my shorts. I just treated it just like the short is like just start making it and get things going, and then do it at a reasonable budget, do it at a number that you think you can obtain. And we got lucky. We got an investor, big investor come in and he like knew my dad, great guy. His name's Fatty. He's actually an artist too. So he just like, was like, yeah, I want to do this. His big thing was like, I want to do something new this year. And I think, being a part of a movie will be a new experience. And he had the time of his life and he's just been so awesome. I love Fatty so much. Like someone gives you that much money, you're like, man, you're great in my book.
Yeah, what's his name? Fatty, first of all.
His name is John, but that's his like art name. Yeah, because he's fat. Yeah. No, he's not fat at all.
No. That's cool that you say that though, because it does really. You're saying like just find the money later or whatever. It's like I think it really shows that if you just love doing something, like, hey, this is just about the project. I just want to do this. I am passionate about this. I want it to be good. I'm just gonna fucking make it. And I think people see that and they're like, and if it turns out good, they're like, okay, well, like, let's go towards that then. And it also helps to, like, we talk about it on here, just like elevating the people around you.
Totally.
So if that comes across, like the passion and the hard work and like, we really want to be here. We want to do this.
Sure.
Others see that and they feed off of that. So that makes a lot of sense that would be, just fucking do it.
Yeah, just do it. Manifest it. Put it out there. Yeah. And then it comes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the rest will come.
In the form of Fatty.
From Fatty. Yeah.
We'll have to talk to Fatty. Is Fatty invested in any podcasts?
What about podcasts?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, he's always open. Yeah. He's great. Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome to hear that. I did want to ask before we get too far away from it. You talked about the New York Institute. Did you go to any other film schools, like right out of high school?
No, that was I went to college for like a semester, like a junior college, and then because of financial issues, I was like, okay, I'm gonna help my family out a little bit more. Right. So I spent like 2 years working. I worked at a newspaper for a long time. Okay. And so I started I delivered for a while, and then right before I was about to go to film school, I was like, I can write too. Yeah. And they had me write sports articles, so I did sports articles for a little bit. High school sports, and I love high school sports. But that was really fun. But yeah, no film school. It was all just like self-taught type stuff.
That's also really cool to hear too, is that you don't necessarily have to do they both went to film school.
Yeah.
But which is great.
Why would you waste your money?
Caesar, did it really count?
No.
Well, we didn't count at all.
I took like a few classes, but I learned a few things, but not really.
Yeah. I just learned, you're going to use Celtics for now. And then maybe Final Cut later.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, that is good to hear though, that because I went to college for a little bit, but I also dropped out for financial reasons. It's like, you don't really need it. Like if you want to do something, and if you can teach yourself how to do it for the most part, but also you don't have to go through this long, expensive program.
It depends on what you're getting out of it, like what I said with New York Film Academy, it was the equipment and the community that I was getting out of it, and then the knowledge. Like sometimes I was teaching myself stuff with the things that we got, so it's like, where do you put the lights and stuff like that was like the things that they kind of taught. It was the trade of it all, and then you don't need to spend it. If you have the capability of making a movie right now, especially, it depends. Shorts will definitely help your resume, but if you have like a feature and you think you can actually do it, sometimes that could be your film school. It's such an extraneous process.
Trial by fire.
Yeah, totally. Which sucks because you don't want to spend that much money.
Right.
But yeah, it's there's so many different ways of doing it, I think.
I think one of the benefits of film school not having gone would just be the networking, like getting around like-minded
really
people.
Been it. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, that's how this. Right. Yeah. Oh, looking at each other.
What up?
Actually, a huge amount of our cast and some of our crew was from NIFA. Like the girl in The Moment I Was Alone. The little girl's in it, but she didn't go to NIFA. But Jordan, that was
you're all going to NIFA.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be funny. And then Jordan is in it, and then Diego, and we're actually doing a screening on the 15th at NIFA because there's so many people that were in the movie that they wanted to do a big screening of it, which will be fun to talk about. But yeah, the connections are good. You know, yeah.
Oh, where's the screening going to be?
For that one.
Yeah.
That one will be at the New York Film Academy, but that one's only like New York Film Academy alum. It's like a private thing that they're doing.
A party I'm not invited to.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I know exactly what he's getting.
What else is new?
Where's it going to be?
Yeah.
I'll dress up as Kellen.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on the
man.
networking.
Aries, you know?
Right, we're talking about networking. Where's the screening?
Is Fatty gonna be there?
Shout out to Fatty. We would see him right away, like, oh, clearly that's Fatty.
Yeah, exactly. It's
You walk up and it's not him.
Oh, you're a different Fatty.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Fatty, in a good way.
Yeah.
Ma'am. Wrong person.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, that's great. So when did you move to LA then?
2013.
2013. Okay, interesting.
The September 2013. So like right at the end of the year, started my first semester, moved in with Kevin. That was the it's funny because we were right next to Warner Brothers during that. So you get to LA, you go into your apartment, you're like, down the street, I'm gonna go walk over to Warner Brothers. It's like, oh, I'm in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wait, I won't be filming there for a long time. You know?
You're outside.
It's such a tease.
Exactly.
Because you can see the water tower from their place.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, it's just right there.
It's a nice place from first moving to LA.
I know.
Yeah.
And the day that I moved here, I saw Tarantino. The first time.
It's all a sign.
Yeah,
It's all a sign.
exactly.
Pictures
So,
now. Tarantino's out there.
big experience, huh? Yeah.
Now you can talk to him.
Yeah.
Now you can be
Yeah,
like,
well,
hey,
now you're both
I have a
filmmakers.
feature.
Yeah, exactly.
And he'd be like, oh yeah, so do I. That was my Tarantino.
Not bad. Yeah.
Yeah. He has that
awesome.
kind of
Sporadic.
wonderfully unhinged manic energy.
Yeah, he just enjoys
he
it, right?
enjoys it.
He's on top of the world all the time.
I
Yeah.
saw him. He was on Two Bears. Yeah, he was on Tom Segura, a comedian, has a podcast with Burt Kreischer called Two Bears. But Burt wasn't there, but they had Quentin Tarantino one day. I'm like, this guy's fucking wacky.
Yeah.
And I've seen him before over the years, and I've known that, but just seeing him, like, but he was just doing like the, like,
So the problem movies now.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, there's Brad Pitt. We gotta get Brad Pitt. I gotta get Leo. I gotta get Leo on the movie. I got Brad Pitt. I got Leo. I need someone hot. I need someone else. Margot Robbie. There she goes. I'm gonna go get her. Here we go.
Clip it.
That's awesome.
Never tried that.
I already.
You out
That's gonna be one for sure.
Tarantino right there.
They'll be like, what the fuck is he doing?
He's like a film nerd who got in.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Yeah,
awesome
that's
thing
really-
about
He's
it.
the same. He didn't go to film school.
No, he shot a feature and he said it never came out because he's like, this was my film score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was working at a video store too, I think in Pasadena somewhere. And he was just like really liked movies. And like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the thing. And
Yeah.
he started doing the thing.
And it worked.
And it worked out great. Yeah.
Great, yeah.
Man.
So fuck, what was I gonna ask? It was about LA. I already forgot. Anyways.
Do I like the traffic? Not at all.
No, yeah.
Luckily, there's none today. That was great. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, thanks for making the drive
Yeah, of
all the
course.
way out to Orange County.
No, I love it. Yeah. I got to listen to you. Like I said, I listened to you guys on the way over. And I thought all you guys talked about was masturbating. I was like, what am I getting into right now?
So wait,
Yeah.
have you tried a sock?
Have you tried the sock?
I knew this was going to come up. I knew this was come up. I'm going to keep that to myself.
Anyway,
Wait, Caesar have a question?
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
was just gonna
yeah,
say,
I'll
is
say
there
it,
any
I'll
other like young up and coming directors that you like? You are inspired by?
Oh, man. I don't know. He was young a little while ago. Damien Chazelle was pretty cool.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Which I still haven't seen Babylon.
You haven't
but
seen
I want to.
Babylon?
Yeah, I heard it's great. Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah.
Because I said he should watch it.
Yeah.
haven't
Even
watched
though
it yet.
if you would describe it as like a Hollywood movie, he'd be like, ugh. But I'm like, it's a Hollywood movie orgy the whole time. And he's like, oh.
I'm interested. Yeah.
It's cool.
He's cool. It's funny because like you don't I feel like I need to be more aware of this stuff. But the stuff that I tend to get it kind of the same as normal people do, where it's like you get it after they've already kind of become big. I need to stay more in tune with like what's coming out in Sundance and those types of things, because I think that's where you want to watch. Like what is coming out in the indie world, and that's what the most like unique creations I feel like are coming out. But I love Jordan Peele's great.
Oh yeah,
he's great, and he's not new by any means. But he's awesome. Is there anybody else this year? I don't know.
So then, do you try to watch filmmakers that have a similar voice to you? Because yours is very dramatic.
Yeah,
in an awesome way. Part of me is like, I want to say a joke at some point, but it's awesome. It's cool to stay dramatic. So then, like I feel like those guys, like Jordan Peele now, like he's good at like the 50-50 kind of, where like you do some comedy and then some. You.
I think you kind of need it. Like, I don't know. That's what audiences. I don't know if you entirely need it. I can't say that, but like audiences nowadays are kind of into that. When you take especially because of Marvel, you take something that's science fiction and then you add comedy to it. There's like these kind of hyper, like mixed genre type things going on.
Right.
I'm just a sad man. I guess.
Are you sad?
I guess that's what it is.
I'm trying to get at that. Kellen, what are you sad about? No, you don't have to answer that. Don't answer that.
It's just going to be a therapy session.
No, that's okay.
Back here,
Yeah.
Because we've been therapy to each other.
Therapies.
Theropods.
Yeah. No, I think deconstructing genres is kind of a popular thing now. So
totally.
like you're saying, Jordan Peele, just like, because comedy and horror are kind of hand in hand anyway.
Totally.
But just making like a funny movie that then someone gets their head chopped off.
Totally,
like, what is this?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think you're right saying that is kind of a thing nowadays.
He likes satire. Yeah.
I have my Quentin Tarantino story. I want to say it before we get too far. Okay, so on Wednesday, I went to the Comedy Store. And,
TFTI.
I knew you would say that. About the Eye, okay? Someone else invited me to go.
That's cool.
This wasn't my idea.
That's fun.
But I went to the Comedy Store on Wednesday. So before I went, this is the way I wore this Adidas jacket today. I wore that red Adidas hoodie that I have, right? Just pull over a nice hoodie, and I wore some blue Nikes, all right? I crossed the brands.
Oh, no.
All right? And I was like, is this okay to do? Who the fuck cares? I look good.
Yeah.
So I go to the Comedy Store and I meet up with my buddy there and I asked him that question. I'm going to ask you guys that too. Like, is it okay to wear different brands with each other? And he was like, who cares? Like, no one's going to say anything to you. I was like, all right. So we met there, but then we went and got some food somewhere else first. And then we went back to the Comedy Store. And so have you been to the Comedy Store before?
I haven't. No.
Okay, so
you haven't been?
No. We'll take you. We'll take you.
We'll take you.
Okay, cool.
But they have to go to a door guy first, and they check. We were in the OR this time, not the main room. But they have to go to a door guy, and they check everybody's ID, even if you're like 60. That's just part of it.
Yeah.
So we go to the door guy, and we went on a Wednesday, so there's nobody there, and I walk up to the guy. No one says anything yet, and he was like, "What are you doing?" He's a black guy, so like he knows style too. He was like, "What are you doing?" Right? I don't know why I changed the accent there, but
push through it.
He was like, I was like, "What? What happened?" He was like, "You can't be wearing two different brands like that." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, I was kind of stammering." And he was like, "You're wearing an Adidas hoodie." And you've got on some blue Nikes. That's not okay. I was like, okay, here's my ID. Yeah. And, so, and he's not being aggressive. He's kind of joking with me. Uh-huh. And so then he looks at my ID and he's like, and your name is Marcus. You gotta be representing.
Does he know you're at least half?
No, well, he doesn't know. But like, I think because my name is just Marcus, which is typically a black name. And like my last name, Wilkins, also. I have a black name. Okay. So I was like, I'm sorry. He was like, just don't let it happen again. He was very like chill about it. He was being friendly. And so we go in, and I was with Anthony, my buddy Anthony. I was like, somebody said something. Like the very first person said something. He was like, don't worry about it. It won't happen again.
Oh
no! To be fair, it doesn't happen again. But we go into the store and we're in the OR, it's a smaller room, like it's an intimate room. And I tipped the door guy, because I always tip the door guy, and they put us. The table was like right next to the stage, because normally you can buy to sit on the stage and it's $100, whatever. Or you can buy general admission. They'll put you wherever. I tipped the door, so they put us right up front. And the table that they put us at is like, it's almost like someone famous is going to sit there. Really? Like it's off on its own. It's right next to the stage. Wow. Like it's kind of facing the audience a little bit, so I can see the audience. It's like, oh no, I'm part of the show. and I'm in the spotlight of the stage. I'm like, the stage lighting's got me, and I'm wearing the fucking bright red hoodie. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get like crowd worked by everybody that gets on that stage. And so, and like, there's no one else at the table but me and my buddy. It's just us there. And I'm like, fuck, like, do they think that I'm am I VIP or something? Because I'm not. And so the show goes on, and they seat two loud Australian guys behind us at the same table. I'm like, well, now they're for sure going to come to this table because the guys are being loud, and I look like an asshole in this red sweater. So luckily, only one comedian on stage crowd worked me, and it wasn't that bad. And he thought I was like being groomed by the guys behind me. Like I don't know, like I was like a sex slave or something. I don't know. No. Mark Maron was on stage once because the guys were talking at full volume behind us. And he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he looked right at me because they're sitting behind me. And so all I did was this. And so he was like, you guys. Like,
you helped him out.
Yeah, I did. Well, I'm not doing anything. I'm not saying shit. Yeah. Anyway, one of the comedians, Fahim Anwar, he was on stage, and he was wearing, I'm wearing an Adidas sweater, Nike shoes. He's on stage wearing a Nike hoodie and Adidas shoes. Oh, okay. So he did the same thing that I did, right? And I clocked it. It was like, oh.
It's okay.
I was like, he's on stage and he's doing this, so it's probably fine. And so when you're sitting in the OR, the original room, you can see the door. Like, there's a glass window there. You can see the door, and I'm like, the door guy's still out there. I'm going to fucking tell him. I'm going to tell him that Fahim was wearing the same shit. And so the show, we end up leaving before the last comedian comes on because it went pretty late. We're like, fuck, it's time to go. So I'm walking out, and the door guy's there, but it's now at the Comedy Store. At the end of the night, it gets really crowded out there. There's a bar out there. Yeah. So people are congregating. It's really crowded. And he's like surrounded by like three guys. I'm like, I don't want to interrupt him. Mm-hmm. So I walk past him, and he was like, Marcus. He says my name. Yeah. He remembered me. You can't miss me. I'm in a bright red fucking hoodie. Like everybody can see me. And so he was like, you're not going to do that next time, right? And I was like...
You got to say it.
Yeah, so I walked back to him, and I was like, hey, I was just in the OR, and Fahim was on stage, and he did the same thing that I did, but different brands, and he flipped it. And he was like, oh, I'm going to deal with him later. That's right, bitch. It's not a thing. And then he walked off, and he was like, I'm going to remember you next time. Like, I'll be here next week. You know, like, well, I might be there next week. So my question for you guys, is that okay? Because Instagram does those notes now. Yeah. I put that as one of my notes, and I got a lot of resounding no's from everybody not to do that. Uh-huh. But I think, like, who the fuck, like, who cares what you do? Like, as long as I thought I looked good, and, it was fine. But what do you think? Is that okay? What do you think?
I wear Adidas shoes and Nike socks to the gym. So
okay. Cross brands?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's a yes.
I honestly wear off-brand stuff all the time, so brand is not like huge.
Me either. I'm not a big brand guy. For that day, I happened to just be wearing two brand things. Uh-huh. So I was like, fuck it, who cares?
I don't know. It seems like you really upset the new friend you made.
Yeah.
So I think it goes under the category, if it upsets a new friend, maybe not do it. Maybe. But if you're just at the gym, you could probably hide it.
Yeah. I was kind of embarrassed until I saw a headlining comedian doing it on stage and like blasted with light. And I was like, okay, it can't be that big of a deal then.
Nah.
So fuck that guy.
Do you like being heckled?
I like it.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was in the moment. That particular night, I was kind of feeling a little weird just for different reasons that happened earlier that day. So when they put me on the stage, I was like, I'm going to get fucking crowd worked all night. Yeah. I'm going to be kind of upset afterward. Just like, it's fun to be part of the show, depending on how they do it, because sometimes they can, depending on the comedian, they can ridicule you.
Yeah.
Intentionally or unintentionally, or like the audience can be weird about it too. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if they want you to like talk to them. So the comedian that crowd worked me, he wanted me, we had like a back and forth, and I forget what comedian it was. This is the first time I've seen him. But like, even that can go bad. Cause if like you're on the spot and like, you don't know what to say,
and you mess up.
It's like, okay, well, you fucked up. Like they gave you the opportunity to be part of the show.
Yeah.
which if you want it, great. If you don't, but then like the audience is like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, especially like that table, I was in the light. Like I was on, everybody could see me.
Yeah.
Normally if you get crowd worked, it's just the people next to you. Like the whole room can't see you. But this particular day, I was in the light and everybody could fucking see me. So
with the red sweater.
With the red sweater, I had a beacon on. Everybody was like, that guy right there. So it's like if I was gonna get crowd worked all night, I would have been like, fuck, this sucks. But it only happened once. But normally, it's fine. It's not. It depends how long they do it. If they keep doing it, then it's like, all right, I'm not. You should have written act today or something. You know, like, I'm not. You didn't come to the stage prepared. Whatever.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, that's on you.
Because now
or at least
trying. So I'm going to take us over.
At least like.
Have you ever heard about dogs and cats?
Like
just walk up on
give me the microphone. I'll do this. There are those. Yeah. Let's switch. There are those comedians that do a lot of crowd work, but they move around on the crowd. Like if it's just me the whole time, it's like, buddy, like I no.
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid for the show. Like, you're the paid regular, not me. So normally I don't mind it. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Just this particular day, I was like, I just wasn't feeling it that day.
Oh,
so
and Tarantino was there, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, sorry. That made me think of that because the door guy was like, he mentioned that Tarantino was there and he was like, you're not going to do that. Or he's like, I forgot how he worded it, but basically saying like, what if Tarantino sees you? Like, what's he going to think? That kind of thing. And it was like, well, can you introduce me to him?
Exactly.
I would love to know what he thinks.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Yeah, but he was there. And then I saw their Comedy Store Instagram. They posted pictures of him
I saw that.
talking to some of the comedians. And it looked like they were outside in some of them. But also they were somewhere like there's a bar for the comedians in the OR that only like they use.
That's cool.
So he was there too. It would have been great to see him.
Yeah.
One time when I saw Chris Rock at the OR, when I was walking out, it was Rick Rubin and Frank Ocean. And then I turned around, I saw Frank Ocean behind me, and then I told my wife, and I was like, Frank Ocean's behind us. And I turned around, he disappeared.
Oh. He heard you.
He must have heard me.
I get recognized.
He snapped his fingers and...
You can't say his name out loud.
Wait, Caesar, what do you think about the brand thing? Is that okay?
I think that if it's like overtly Nike and then overtly Adidas, and especially those two brands, you can't do it with those. Like, if you're wearing Vans and Nike, like nobody notices.
That's what I'm doing Adidas and Vans today.
Yeah.
I was very much the 3-stripe Adidas hoodie that I had on, and then the Nike, these were blue, so like your eyes go to my feet and my fucking red sweater. Like I was just asking for attention.
I think those two brands are specifically
good to know.
You sound haunted
I work
by
at a clothing store.
You sound what?
You sound haunted by this. You're like, every morning you get up and you're like, oh yeah.
Because I didn't even think about it at all, and then on my way out, because I have a standing mirror in my room, and I was like, just got a glimpse of myself. I'm like, I look pretty good today, but I crossed the brands.
Yeah.
And so I've never been heckled, I guess, like that for brands, and it was just because it was on my mind.
Sure.
Like, there's no way anyone's going to say anything.
Of course,
First fucking person I interacted with said something.
I usually get heckled by the sports team that I'm wearing on a hat or a shirt, and then. Because sometimes I'm like, I just like the color of this.
Yeah.
Why are you bugging me? Because now I'm going to have to remember the whole history of the Yankees.
Yeah.
And the whole history of why Chelsea and Liverpool hate each other. And that's like 200 years. We're not getting into this.
Yeah. It is annoying when, like, I'm wearing a Yankees hat, but it's like when you wear something that invites conversation when you don't want it. You're like, I'm just buying a coffee. And they're like, oh, what fucking, did you see the game? No, I bought this when I was at Yankee Stadium. That's why. I liked it. So that's why I'm wearing it. And that is kind of annoying when you randos just like, we're not friends. You know, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah. Just put tape over it or something.
Yeah, well, if it's just like, because I don't think I would ever do that. I'd talk to a random person if I saw, like, so if someone was wearing like a Mad Men, something about Mad Men, I wouldn't be, because I love Mad Men. I would never feel the need to like go up to them and be like, oh, how do you feel about Betty? You know, like there's just no reason to do that.
If Betty was standing there in a Mad Men shirt, I'd be
that's different. If January Jones was there, first, from what I know about her, she would not be happy to talk to anybody. She just seems like a very private person, but like that's different. But if it was like, if he was wearing a Mad Men shirt, I mean, I kind of want to talk about Jaws because I also wear Jaws clothes.
Yeah.
But I was like, I would never just randomly go up to someone and be like, oh, I see you're wearing a Mad Men shirt. Blah, 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 blah. You know, it's just like this person's just living their life and they like Mad Men.
I do the like nice shirt or like
that's like the band.
Yeah, you don't go into deep conversation.
No. Yeah. There was one time the Jaws shirt. I was wearing a Jaws shirt to Trader Joe's, and I was checking out, and it was like it's the poster, so like very clearly the shark is there.
Sure.
And the checkout lady was like, "Oh, you like Jaws?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Is that your favorite movie?" I was like, "No."
Yeah.
I was like, and she's like, "Beep." Beep, beep. First, we don't have to talk here. It's a very simple exchange. And like she said that, and I said no. And then she was like, so what do you like about Jaws? And I was like, I'm just trying to buy some apples and peanut butter and get the fuck out of here. I'm not trying to have a film discussion with you. It's like shit like that. It's like, I would never do that to somebody.
Yeah.
See, that's what you do, but then I go, oh, you want to talk to me?
And then you just go for
You're
it.
going to regret this. And I go, well, Jaws came out and da-da-da-da-da. It was the first blockbuster. That's the film school stuff coming back.
Yeah.
So would you do that at a Trader Joe's?
At a Trader Joe's?
Or at a bar or something, I could understand.
At a bar, yeah, I would go
like
full.
A social, but I'm just buying my groceries. Like, would you still do it then?
But Trader Joe's, I'd find some way to make a joke out of it.
Okay.
Because that's too
on.
quick.
Yeah.
Joke out.
Yeah.
Bye.
In the wild, I'm very reserved. With,
Yeah.
like, in those kind of interactions.
I was at
like,
Sprouts the other day, and I had this weird interaction where, like, I didn't know if this girl's register was open. So I looked at it. I was like, I don't think it's ready yet. So I walked over to another spot. I came back, and she's like in her 20s, and she was like, were you afraid of me or something? I'm like, I don't know, should I be? So that exchange, like, it kind of opened it up to be like, oh, let's talk then.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Because they put a lot on me. Because I feel like if the pressure's on me, then I'm like, oh,
yeah.
we're going to dance now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you say to somebody that, oh, you like Jaws? What would you say?
Jaws? Yeah, well, it's cool.
He's a predator just like me.
Oh my God.
He was waiting to say that. It's like, I got a Jaws joke. I'm gonna interject my Jaws joke here.
Yeah, you know the shark was fake? Yeah. You know it's not fake. This guy.
Who's that? Do you have a boo button? On
Wrong button.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to talk about the Rick and Morty thing? I know you sent us the thing, and you sent the Velma thing this morning too.
Oh, that was a joke.
Yeah.
That wasn't real. I didn't click on it.
Oh, that was definitely a joke. It was. Scooby Doo's not going to show his dick and balls.
Well, I don't know the way that show's
that's what
been
it
going.
said
What the
in
fuck knows?
The Scooby Doo's not in that show.
No, he's not in
Have
that
you
show.
seen it?
It's funny. I watched the first episode last week. It's
It's horrendous, right?
Horrendous.
It's bad.
Real.
I don't like to bag on things, but
No.
me neither,
We do
yeah.
that here all the time.
Yeah.
This is a
it
safe
was not
place for
good.
that.
Especially you that you're a filmmaker and you see how much work it puts into like making a show or a movie and then it comes out really bad. Like, do you still feel bad about criticizing it?
Well, to myself, no. To my friends,
Yeah.
but like, I don't like to say too because people they put a lot of work into it and just. I don't know. That one felt like an insult to Scooby Doo.
Yeah, it did.
Like
Yes,
they
it
took
did.
out everything that was Scooby Doo and was like, let's put in everything
They
that's
took out Scooby Doo.
yeah, exactly.
There's no doing
Yeah,
it.
and like the race changes and stuff like that. I don't care about that. It's more of the like what you're actually talking about. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. It just felt weird.
just not funny.
Like
Yeah,
a
forced a little bit.
smart Shaggy
yeah,
and a dumb Velma. What?
it's just
It just ruined the dynamic. Now it's just
very
something
raunchy
else.
too.
And too raunchy.
Too raunchy.
You're
Yeah.
trying really hard. But then Rick and Morty. Do you watch Rick and Morty?
I watched probably the first 3 seasons or something. Like
And that's a show where Justin Roiland he does like
everything.
every voice.
Everything.
Yeah.
So to fire him, it means there's some openings up.
Can you do the voices?
Here we go.
Okay.
All right.
Are we doing an audition reel? What should Rick and
sure.
Morty be? What should they be talking about?
Let's not do a whole reel.
Well, it's like 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds, yeah.
A YouTube short.
Yeah. So what should Rick and Morty be firing about?
Brands. I don't
Brands.
know. Jaws.
Yeah, Nike and-
Nike and
so
Adidas.
so Morty and Rick are about to go off on an adventure, and Morty is wearing a Nike hoodie but Adidas shoes.
Okay.
What the fuck are you wearing, Morty? What is this? What do you mean, Rick? You're wearing a fucking Nike sweater with Adidas shoes? Do you want to be shot in the streets? Do you know what planet we're going to? I don't know, Rick. I just thought, what does it matter? Oh, it totally matters, Morty. The last time I wore a sports shirt, they asked me about it for 20 minutes. I blew them up. I destroyed their planet, Morty. I destroyed a whole Planet, because they asked me about my stupid Angels shirt. I'm never gonna wear that shit again. Oh, but Rick, I don't really know. How long can I go with this? That's good.
That's good.
I liked the Rick voice.
Yeah, the Rick got the raspy. Yeah.
And Morty's just a nasally-ish whiner voice.
Yeah.
It sounds like the teenager from The Simpsons. The people that's what it sounded like.
Bart, what's going on, Bart?
Yeah, him getting fired is crazy because he does
every voice.
Yeah.
He wrote on it too. He's a writer, showrunner.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact that they were able to get rid of him and they keep working on the show like normal, like it just shows.
Well, yeah, they wouldn't have dropped him if they couldn't.
Yeah. So maybe it was like he wasn't that involved.
They would just stay quiet about everything that's happening and just keep him employed. Mm-hmm. But I guess they were like, no, we don't need him.
And then, do you guys watch Solar Opposites?
No.
That's like a more lighthearted Rick and Morty, where they just do like
that's a
pop culture references the whole time. Yeah. And he's Corvo, the main guy, and every other character. What are they gonna do? Just recast everybody.
Well, I
don't know.
That's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they can change voices. They can change, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. And you just kind of buy it.
There's so many voices out there.
Yeah.
People can do there's all those people that mimic other voices as well. I'm sure they can find someone that could do close enough to those. There's actually a guy I saw on Twitter who already does that. Does Rick and Morty, the Rick and Morty voice. Mm-hmm. And he had like retweeted a reel he did, like, I'm open now. But he sounded just like them.
He's going to get it.
Yeah.
So. Even AI now, they can make them.
Yeah, they can make the voice.
That worries me. How do you feel about AI?
It's weird, man. Like it started with the like deep fake type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that stuff is, I mean, that's just bad for like society. I feel like
I think so.
Like for movies, it's cool because you get someone like Luke Skywalker in The Mandalorian. They get to do stuff like that. But I don't know, man. It's a tool. You can't kind of hate the tool because I'm sure when other things came out, people were like hating it, and there's always bad effects to some of these things,
Yeah.
But we'll see where it goes.
We'll see where it goes.
They use it for like concept art now. Or they're starting to do it where they're like give it an idea and it'll pitch like a concept. It'll paint a picture or something, which I think is pretty cool. You can come up with it's like the same thing you do with movies. You do visual lookbooks and stuff like that. So if it helps the storytelling, as long as it doesn't take over the storytelling, that's what I get worried about.
They did one of those concepts for Family Guy.
I saw that.
And I was like, whoa.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's freaky.
Pretty cool. It's pretty cool what it can do, but it is, we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it'll just be missing something. Because they all look really cool, but then they're all missing some kind of human factor.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like you can't relate.
There's
no humans. We are all robots. Here we are. Robot.
We're getting kind of close to the end, so we'll wrap up here. What are some of your favorite movies?
Movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't pick just one, obviously.
Yeah, it's really hard. I always say The Prestige is my favorite.
Ooh,
like,
nice.
I also like.
That's Nolan, right?
That's
yeah.
Nolan.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Magnolia is really good. I don't know if have you guys seen that movie? Yeah. That one got me because drama. And it's just very like huge story, told really well. I love Jurassic Park.
I love Jurassic Park.
If I had I would rather have a Jurassic Park shirt. I love Jaws, but I'd rather have a Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's the thing.
shirt.
Yeah,
I
would
love
too.
Jurassic Park. I
It's
used
one
to
of my
watch
favorites.
Jurassic Park. I used to watch Jurassic Park, the Power Rangers movie, and Land Before Time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like every day. All three of those.
That was your
I see
rotation.
a common thread
Oh,
there.
like dinosaurs and costume fighter. Well, they had dinosaur.
They had
Zords.
dinosaur costumes.
But not in the Power Rangers movie. They didn't. They
That's true. Changed it. It was a fraud.
Ninja Zords. Sorry, they Ninja Zords. Anyway, but yeah, Jurassic Park. I know like the script verbatim. I walked. They re-released it in theaters a couple years ago, and I went with one of my friends, and I was like spitting out the script verbatim, and he was like, "How the hell do you know?" I was like, I used to watch this movie every day.
Yeah.
I fucking love Jurassic
It's a
Park.
good rewatchable, right? Like it's on
It's-
TV. You just go for it.
One of those movies that's on, you can just sit down and watch it.
And you're like, I'll watch 5 minutes, and you watch the whole thing.
Yeah, you watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
You had no
whatever.
chance.
Yeah.
But then there's this scene coming up. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
I
so
heard recently that because Spielberg was going to do Schindler's List, so he let Lucas like finish the editing.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
for Jurassic.
Yeah, for Jurassic Park.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he was working with ILM pretty heavily,
Yeah.
so I could see that. I could
Yeah.
see that happening. But that was a year for him, and that was the year I was
Yeah.
born too, '93.
Oh, yeah.
And Schindler's List and Jurassic Park, he wins the Oscar, and he gets like one of the biggest movies ever. Crazy.
Speaking of ILM, did you know Jurassic Park? I saw this footage years ago. It was going to be like the stop motion dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And it looks crazy. Like, if
Yeah,
you've
it
ever
actually
seen the
looks
footage,
good.
it's like, it looks very Tim Burton-y. It's like, if that was going to be in the movie, it would have sucked.
Yeah.
It would have.
Yeah. And then they had there's a documentary on Disney that talks about
Yeah,
Have you
okay.
seen that one? Yeah. It's awesome. I love that documentary, but it's cool to see like it was just such a pivotal moment in the industry,
Right.
you know? Yeah.
It still looks good today.
It looks great.
Dinos still look great.
It looks better than some Marvel movies out there. Yeah.
Any other favorite movies? Or is that like,
Yeah, I mean, Unbreakable is one of them too.
Okay.
And I love Harry Potter. I think Harry Potter 3 is probably my favorite.
Harry Potter 3 is
The strong
Prisoner?
Prisoners, yeah.
Okay. That one's got it's got its own look, that movie.
It does.
It's very
Cuarón,
much,
he's
it's very
awesome.
much his movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your tone too.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I could pick out the colors. It's
Yeah.
like Kellen colors. Here they are.
Callan Colors.
Colors.
That'll be the title of this episode, Callan Colors.
Pat and Penny.
Yeah. What about you, Clint? What are some of your favorite movies?
My favorite movies? Well, I would say as an adult, I feel like they changed, but like growing up, I would watch The Sandlot, Aladdin, and Toy Story. Which explains a lot.
Says a lot about you.
It's a lot about me. And then, but as an adult, I'd watch like, because I'm all silly movies mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More of it as an adult that I'm like, oh, dramas are amazing.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm like, so do you think you'll do dramas forever?
Me?
Do you think you'll ever do a comedy?
I'm writing a satire right now.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
those,
That's
yeah.
hopefully the next one I'm going to do. And it's about a radio station. So,
Oh.
Is
really
it
cool.
based off like what your dad went through?
It uses a lot of stuff. It's very different. Like
Yeah.
I can't say that because if you're watching a movie, you'll be like, "Oh my god, your dad went through a lot of stuff." But it's based on certain things, like using some references, but it's a totally different story. I was talking to my uncle about it the other day, and he's like, "Oh, you're making your dad's story." I was like, "No, you didn't do this." I swear.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that I want to try. I want to try different genres. I think that one, it's been fun to kind of dive into a little bit more comedy and like situational comedy, like Coen Brothers style stuff, you know, where you just kind of feel bad for it, but you're also laughing at it, you know, like, I like that stuff.
Okay.
We'll see.
Awesome.
What's we got?
Are you going to ask me
else?
my favorite movie?
I think we already did. Jurassic Park.
Yeah, I guess. I really liked Hackers, too, when I was a kid.
Hackers.
I fucking love Hackers. You ever seen Hackers?
I haven't, no.
It's Johnny Lee Miller, Angelina Jolie, and like a lot of like Matthew Lillard's in it. Like
Okay.
early 90s actors.
Yeah.
Except for Angelina Jolie. She continued on. That's a great movie. We can't talk. That'll waste too much time talking about Hackers. Hackers, Jurassic Park. I can't think. The Mummy. I love The Mummy.
The Mummy. Oh, so I saw
Love The Mummy.
your Instagram story last night. What was that? Did you watch
we'll
The Whale?
We'll close on,
on The Whale.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was
I was
leaving.
just like, where's he going with
I
that?
left just watching The Whale for the first time. And then I see your Insta story and Brendan Fraser is walking right in front of you.
Yeah.
So what was that screening?
I went to it was like a SAG. I'm not in SAG, but I have a friend that's in SAG, and I get the perks from him.
Nice.
He invited me to a screening with Brendan Fraser and the supporting actress, which I can't remember her name, but she's fantastic.
great.
in
The
it.
one from Stranger Things?
No, the. Have you seen the movie?
She plays the nurse.
Yeah, she's both of them were nominated for an Oscar, and they're both just incredible. And that was my second time watching it. But I went solely because you got to see Brendan Fraser. You know.
Hong Chow?
Yes, that's her. Yeah, and she's great in the Q&A, like hearing all the stuff with them working together, and he's so like candid about everything. You know, it feels like he's like
He's been through some shit. That's
he's
why.
been through some stuff. Yeah, and it's cool to see him. I think he deserves the Oscar personally. What did you think of it?
It's such an incredible performance. Like you could tell it's very theater inspired and driven. Like you could tell that they blocked it and that they rehearsed it all like theater. And just knowing that he's in this giant suit, you're like, oh god, he has to do that too.
Yeah.
And the way he just played it, like his physicality is just so good.
Yeah, it's great.
Because I don't know if I would think of, oh, like he's this weight, he has to breathe a certain way. But he knew like all the right moves.
Totally.
And the way that it, like the drama in that movie, I was like, oh, it's probably more Kellen like, because the drama just keeps going and going and going till it climaxes and the movie's over.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those Oscar pictures.
Yeah, it's very
Oscar.
Oscar-y. Yeah.
I think I I like Darren Aronofsky too. He has some great stuff. I don't know if you guys ever seen Pi or.
I've seen Pi.
Pi's good.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
I saw that in high school. One of my.
Did you?
I can't remember if it was calculus or another math class, but he showed us Pi. Like, it has nothing to do with math.
Yeah.
He was just like other than pi, like, you know, the equation, but he just thought, he's like, this is a really good movie. I want you guys to watch it. And I was probably 15 and just not like, what the fuck is this movie? It's really great. And I still can like, just the end of it too, where he fucking drills his head.
Oh,
like, oh my God. Yeah. That stuck with me, the end of that movie. Sorry, great movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I went to, when I was in middle school, you reminded me of something. A substitute teacher put on Shawshank Redemption.
Oh my God.
Got fired because we weren't supposed to watch that.
Right.
And now thinking about it, I was like, I would watch. That's a great movie.
That's a great movie,
That's cool. This guy showed it.
I get fired for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Clint, when you're doing your student teaching, put on like a David Cronenberg movie.
Yeah.
So we are going to cry today.
I really thought of Cronenberg because he has that new movie. His son, Brandon Cronenberg, Infinity Pool, is out right now. And I really want to watch it. I like Cronenberg.
Did you see? Didn't he just release a movie called Crimes of the World?
Crimes of the Future.
Crimes of the Future.
I think that was David Cronenberg, not Brandon.
Yeah.
I saw that movie. I liked it.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
No. I mean, he has some wacky stuff.
It's not a feel good movie. It's like that's the thing about Cronenberg movies. Like they're so gross and there's just so they make you think horrible things.
Totally. Yeah.
And it's just I don't know. It's one of those. You hate it or you love it, or you just kind of feel a certain way about it. And I don't know. I like it sometimes.
You do.
There's a time and a place.
Totally.
Like I can't. We're not showing that to middle schoolers.
Yeah, I hope not.
Yeah. Sometimes I like going into those emotions. Sometimes, not all the time. Kind of depends on like how your day is going too. But
totally.
I like Crimes of the Future. But Brandon Cronenberg, I'm not the biggest fan of his, but I do want to see this new movie just because everyone's talking about how fucking gross it is.
Really?
Like.
Is that the one with the Skarsgård?
Yeah. Alexander.
The son.
Yeah.
One of the sons.
One of the sons.
He's got
The
like
Tarzan.
Yeah. He's got like 10
Oh yeah,
kids.
that's right. Yeah.
Did you see The Northman?
I didn't. I
I want to see that one. That's supposed to be good. It's that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy from True Blood as well, if you've seen that.
Oh yeah.
So we're heading towards the end here. We got to wrap it up. Where can we find you? Do all the plugs right now.
Yeah, where can we find the movie that's coming out?
Sure. Yeah, that thing. Yeah. Tomorrow, the film's called Tomorrow. You can find it on Instagram, The Film Tomorrow. It's on Facebook as the same thing. Its website is thefilmtomorrow.com.
Okay.
You can find me at Kellen Gibbs, just my name, on Instagram and Facebook and everywhere else, and our company's Frame of Reference Entertainment, and you can see all of our videos and watch some of our shorts, and hopefully look out for Tomorrow coming soon. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll put all those links in
Great.
so people can find them as well. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Rad.
Yeah.
Clint, do your things.
Well, at the _Clint Show, Instagram, Twitter, I guess TikTok.
You always say, I guess TikTok or Twitter,
I guess.
Tumblr next.
It won't be soon.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll end. I just want to end soon. It's dumb. It's fine.
Yeah.
The kids are on it.
The kids are on it. That's where you have to be these days anyways. Fucking short form content. At Uncle 2 Marcus on everything. Caesar.
You can find me at Caesar Rod Podcast and Video if you want me to produce a podcast for you in Southern California. Right. If not, you can just send it to me online and I can still edit it for you.
Ooh, sweet.
That works out.
What a deal.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
it was great to have you. And
thanks for having me.
Thanks for making the drive. Thanks for everybody being here today. See you guys next time.
Bye, guys.